Yes?
Can I help?
Can you help me?
Yes, sir.
Well, I didn't ask for any help, but how can you help me? If you're going to kill somebody, my advice to you, first of all, is don't do it. And if you really, really are not going to take my advice, try not to kill somebody at McDonald's. They got a lot of cameras here, and just because of the nature of where the crime occurred, the chances of you getting caught is significantly high. I want to say almost 100% sure. So on April 14th, 2022, Groves Police received a 911 call of shots fired here at this McDonald's. So the police get over here and they notice that in the driveway, the drive-through, there's a 2017 silver Chevy Impala, and there's a man. He's lying face down on the ground, suffering from gunshot wounds. He's not moving. 19-year-old Alfonso Solomon. So they rush him to a local hospital where he later succumbed to his injuries. Like I said, there's a lot of cameras at McDonald's. So the police run the surveillance video, and in that video, they see the silver Impala and a red Dodge Journey pulls up. They see a man get out of that car, come here into McDonald's, come back out, approach Solomon, and they start arguing. They notice a male in the passenger seat of the Dodge Journey. He's looking at them as they're arguing. It's getting heated, going back and forth. The man that was sitting in the passenger seat, he pulls out a gun and shoots and kills Solomon. So it would take about a week later before they were able to find the identity of the two people responsible for this crime. It was one Daryl Prevost, 19 years of age. He's the one that pulled the trigger. And then you have 20-year-old Dariante Everfield. So they just got sentenced not too long ago. Before, when I was reading the story, I thought they were both going to get life in prison. But Daryl Prevost, he ended up getting 76 years in prison. And 76 years in Texas prison, you're going to die in prison. You're never, ever getting out unless you just get lucky on an appeal, and it's not happening. And Dariante Everfield, 20 years of age, he got very, very lucky. He only got 10 years. So usually stories like this, both people are charged with the murder. However, in this situation, they gave him the 10 years. Now, even though he's not the one that killed Solomon, I'm sure he got charged with some kind of accessory after the fact or before the fact, whatever, I don't know. Point is, he got very, very lucky. So he should be counting his blessings that he was able to only get the 10 years. As a matter of fact, I want to say off the top of my head, he's going up for parole in just a few years. So maybe when he gets out, this will be a wake-up call for him that this kind of life is not conducive for being a law-abiding citizen if he is interested in being one. Why did this shooting occur? I have no idea. The car that they were in did not belong to them. It belonged to maybe one of the men's girlfriend, and after the shooting, she did say that they were acting very nervous and that basically Dariante was very upset, and he said that he shouldn't have threatened to shoot us, talking about Alfonso Solomon. I have no idea. I don't know if this was about money or a girl or drugs or, usually these stories, it's always one of the three. So now Mr. Prevost getting locked up at 19 years of age, 76 years in prison. In about 10 years, it's going to take about that 10 years, then it's going to hit him. And then after that 10 years, guess what guys in prison a lot of times start doing? Exactly. Yes?
Can I help?
Can you help me?
Yes, sir.
Well, I didn't ask for any help, but how can you help me?
I'm just asking because you're out here filming, and I was trying to see what
I'm the general manager. What was the cause of it? You filming me now?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I can.
Sandy.
Is that against the law?
No, you have to have my
Are you sure?
You have to have my permission.
You should probably look it up. I do this for a living. You should probably look it up. All right, you guys take it easy now. Oh, by the way, in case you want to know why I was filming, I was doing the story about somebody that was killed here a couple of years ago. Take it easy. I don't understand why they needed to say anything. I was really talking, showing the camera on myself, and then people here kind of want to get, I don't know. Technically, I'm on their property, so it's not like I'm in public, but still, I'm not really sure. I guess they were just being nosy. Maybe I was being a little bit rude. Hopefully I wasn't. Hopefully I wasn't. Back on November 18th of 1997, 22-year-old Rokisha Norman was expecting her third child. She was 9 months pregnant, and she would be due within only a matter of weeks. On that day, right at around noontime, Rokisha's mother, James Joyce, had called her daughter sometime around noon, checking up on her. She did not answer her phone, which was strange, especially on that day because she was supposed to go to the doctor's office. A mother's intuition, a bad feeling, whatever the case might be, Miss Joyce asked a neighbor if she could give her a ride to her daughter's house. So she comes on this street, Primrose, right here, and drives up to 2058. That is a house right there where the murder occurred. Strangled and stabbed, a very, very barbaric murder. And to top it off, Rokisha's 15-month-old daughter was in the home at the time the murder occurred. We are going on almost 30 years since this murder is unsolved. Beaumont's not a very big town. Somebody out there knows something. Maybe they seen something. Maybe they brushed it off. Who in their right mind can do this not only to a woman, a pregnant woman, but a pregnant woman with her baby in the next room? We're about 10 miles away from that last location. This is Old Sour Lake Road. We're on the outskirts of Beaumont. I'm on my way out of town. But before I left, I wanted to talk about an unsolved murder that occurred in a different location, and the body was brought somewhere on this road. So back on October 26th of 2016, somebody was driving down this road right here, somewhere between Keith Road and Meeker. Meeker's about 2 miles that way. Keith Road is about 3 miles or so. Somebody was driving down this road, and on the side of the road in a ditch was a fire. So the person gets out and they go see what's on fire, and they see it's a mannequin. Well, at first they thought it was a mannequin. They get closer, and no, that was not a mannequin. That was a human body. By the time crime scene investigators got to the scene, the body was burnt beyond recognition. So they brought the body to the coroner's office here to do an autopsy. Later, the body was identified as 49-year-old Cordy Simmons. She was murdered 1 day before she was going to turn 50. She worked at the docks here in the area, and According to the autopsy report, she died via asphyxiation. There was duct tape that was taped over her mouth, her nose, her eyes, and that is how she died. Now, there was some kind of a DNA sample that was left of the person involved in the murder. However, it's really proved fruitless in determining who killed Cordy Simmons. The only good in that partial DNA is that it has eliminated some suspects that the police had theorized that might have something to do with this murder. So police in Beaumont, they think that there's at least 3 different crime locations. It'd be this one somewhere out here, and it would be possibly a kidnap location and possibly a murder location. What could a woman possibly do for someone to want her dead? Now, if this woman is working at a shipyard and she's a dock worker, so that's a physical job. So this woman is not gonna be taken down without a fight. I'm imagining that this woman working a laborious job such as that in her own right would be a tough person. So I'm fairly certain that this wasn't the work of just one person, but probably more than 2. Now, this murder, at least 9 years unsolved, and I was driving up and down this road, and I did see a roadside memorial. I was thinking maybe possibly that was the location, but as I got closer, I can see that it was not. It was a different name. And of course, you got houses over here, about 1.5 miles, and houses back over there. So whoever did this here, they're gonna do it right where I was walking. As a matter of fact, I have a feeling that I probably somewhere, either during this video or as I was walking towards the memorial, that it was somewhere in this area where there's no houses or nothing of a kind. And of course, 9 years later, you're not gonna really see any kind of such evidence to determine whether that was the location of where that all occurred. If anybody has any information on the unsolved murders of Rokisha Norman or Cordy Simmons, please contact Beaumont, Texas Crime Stoppers, 409-833-8477. 409-833-8477. Lamont at large. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.